Okay. Hi, good evening, guys. Thank you so much for joining. It's been a long time. We had this raw musing, and of course, we had taken some gap for some reasons. Now, um, I'm going to be very quick because we have 1 hour, and in this 1 hour, I want to be as pointed and as specific about the very interesting and important series which we are conducting. Um, for all the people who are comfortable turning on their cams, please do that. As you know, it's not a compulsion, but it's good to see faces. So please do that. Um, now, whenever I say like this whole communication series which we are planning to conduct. This is the first time I'm doing it in public. I've been doing it for, of course, all my students and people who are a part of Fulcrum program. But this is the first time we are going out there. We are going to people, and the reason I think we went public and we want to go out with people is for them to understand and to show the importance and the value in action. Now, when I say in action, as parents and as young people, everybody, will agree and say that, yeah, you know what, communication is important. Communication is the key. Communication is everything. But I have seldom, believe me when I say that, I've seldom found people who have genuinely understood the importance and chosen to do or take those necessary action with respect to the level of importance they say or put it out in their head. Now, uh, with this series, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि आप कम्युनिकेशन सीख जाओगे और देयर इज everything out there, which you will be ready and you will be all through it. But my clear intention and motive is for you to at least create that value and that importance of how amazing this one skill can be for you and your life. It has the power to change everything in your life. And I'm not joking. Matlab, this is one skill which can change the pathway you're walking. This is one skill which can change the situations in your life, which can in around change so many different factors and parameters in your life. This is one skill which can help you express yourself out in the world of who you are. This is one skill which can reduce your fears and anxiety. This is one skill which has the power to help you show to the world of who you are internally as a human. This is one skill which builds relationship. This is one skill which can do miracles in your life. This is one skill which can help you grow in your career prospect. You name it, and I can tell you that this is the skill which can create magic in your life. Now, unfortunately, everybody talks, okay, communication, सीखना चाहिए, communication आना चाहिए, yes. And there are people who talk about introvert, extrovert, and all those things. Believe me, but that's just, not what we are here for. I don't give a shit about whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, to be very honest. It doesn't matter. Introvert और extrovert का भी problem ही नहीं था. और कभी नहीं था मतलब this was never an issue. People have the habit of talking, okay, introvert and extrovert. No, what extrovert means, you keep talking about it, is that is what enough? No, that's noise. That's noise. Anyways, वो noise का कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Noise is anyways people ignore. This is very important of what exactly communication is, and how exactly you as a human with your own life and in your own personality can embrace and create your own communication method which can work in your favor. So everything what I'm going to touch base upon, everything what I'm going to try to express myself in the next 5 ROM musings. I'm going to pick up one interesting topic every time. Of course, this is not a complete space. I mean, this topic can never end. I still myself keep learning. The last book what I was reading was about communication again, and this is one topic which I have spent a lot of time in. And I can tell you this one thing, that where I am right now, or who I am right now, is only and only because of this one skill in my life. So, guys, I can go on and on and on with respect to the amazing benefits and outcomes of this skill in your life. But that's not the point, and that's not what I want to spend time in. I hope you know and how amazing transformational it can be. So I want your involvement every session I am here with, because a lot of it will be correlated with the previous one. So please ensure that you don't miss it. Okay. This is going to be two-way. This is going to be participative. So I'm sure that every session you're going to take away something very interesting about you and your communication style. Okay. So let's dig into it now. So guys, now before you know I just start with you know this whole topic, I mean the chapter 1 which we are going to touch base upon today. I just want to understand, um and I think a lot of people whom I have talked to, they know it, but let's dig into it. What according to you is right or healthy communication? Anyone who's just just raise your hand or just put up your that emoji wala stuff, and please help me out, whoever wants to go with what according to you is healthy communication or right communication. Chalo, let's get, guys, it's just 1 hour, so just go raw. You know that you don't have to be right, you just have to be expressing what you think and feel right now. Okay, Mannat, please go ahead. Yes, Mannat, please. Mannat, go ahead, please.
In any relationship is of course at a certain point or whatever you have felt so far, and putting it forth by giving time and listening to each other and talking about.
Okay, I was not able to hear बीच बीच में मन्नत. मुझे थोड़ा बहुत समझ में आया, but I am not able to understand completely. But okay, I'll move to Dhruv right now. Dhruv?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, Dhruv. Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I think it's very simple. It's just listen to understand rather than listen to react. And that solves like 80% of communication. As long as you're just trying to understand the other person's perspective, where they're coming from, why they are saying things, instead of listening to respond to what they're saying. I feel like that's the core of communication.
Okay. Devika says talking without judging each other and solving the problem. Okay. Uh, guys, I'm waiting for something interesting. Chalo. Okay, Sharvari, please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Sharvari.
Yeah, so maybe trying to have a difficult conversation to solve or, maybe move forward with a particular issue.
Interesting. Okay, chalo, theek hai. Alay?
Listening and even putting a point forward to the next person.
Okay, short and quick. Usha? Usha, you're on mute.
According to me, when you say a healthy conversation, conversation can be of different types, but listening and at the same time getting your point across, striking a balance between listening and putting your point forth is like a healthy conversation.
Okay, chalo. Ritika, I'm going to take this last definition and then we're going to move ahead.
When there's active listening from both sides, and as well as that, as well as when the participants involved feel listened to, when they feel that their point is out there and they feel that the person is acknowledging that.
Okay, chalo. So I'm going to, so of all the definitions which I have come across in my life, this is one definition which I personally have really, really resonated with me the most. Okay. Now I'm going to say it slow. Okay. So I want you, all of you to hear it out बहुत अच्छे से. And I'm going to repeat it twice. Okay. Communication is the art and science of expressing your thoughts, feelings, needs, ideas, wants, desires to the opposite person in such a way that they understand your thoughts, feelings, needs, ideas, wants, desires in the way you want them to understand. Okay. Now, I'm going to repeat it once again, slowly. Communication is the art and science of expressing your thoughts, feelings, needs, ideas, wants, desires to the opposite person in such a way that they understand your thoughts, feelings, needs, ideas, wants, desires in the way you want them to understand. How many times? How many times all of us has experienced that this is not what I meant. This is not what I said. This is not what I was trying to convey. You don't understand me. You will never understand me. It's no point talking to you. Why does this happen? It's because we don't know what exactly or how exactly we should communicate. Nobody, right from childhood, ever taught us how exactly we should learn, because this, I in the definition I mentioned, this is art and science, which means this is something which needs practice, which needs training. So if you think that there are born communicators, nahi, that's noise. So if you think just because somebody talks a lot, he's a better communicator, he's an extrovert and he's all sorted, I'm sorry, no. Or if you think you are introverted and you are bad at, and that means you are wrong, no, again, that's not the case. There is no real challenge whether you are an introverted or an extroverted person. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. So in this series, guys, I'm going to touch base upon some very interesting aspects of communication. This is going to be highly, like, it's going to be very interesting, very fun, and very reflective, of course. Now, today we are going to touch base upon the first and the most important component of communication, which I think few people already mentioned, which is listening. Communication, people think again, it's about talking. Talking is a very, 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 you can say, small part of communication. The most important aspect is listening, because listening is actually communicating to the opposite person almost 70%. Now, I'm going to throw out a poll before I even start. I want you guys to rate your listening skills. Okay, so I've put it out. 4 options. Let's start with this rating. देखो दोस्त, जो 8 से 10 रेट करने वाला है ना, मैं उनका अलग से सेशन लेने वाला हूँ। स्टैट्यूटरी वार्निंग। ओके, वेस्ट द पोल दिखा? भाई लॉन्च कर दिया है देविका, आपको क्यों नहीं दिख रहा है? आई डोंट नो।
I can't see the pole.
You can scroll to the three dots on the side, click on that, and then you'll get an option for polls, and it'll take you to the poll.
देख ले वो।
Just a-
तू
thank
तू
you.
मोबाइल से देख रही है?
हाँ जी, मैं ऐसे ही बोल देती हूँ ना, मेरा तो जीरो है लिसनिंग स्किल्स।
नहीं, 0 मैंने रखा नहीं है, 1 2 3 एटलीस्ट, चल 1 2 3 में आ जाएगी बस।
आई गॉट इट, थैंक यू।
ओके, सो गाइस, पीपल हु गोइंग थ्रू मोबाइल, आई थिंक वो 3 डॉट्स लेके जो भी करना है वो करो। कूल। So now close to 55% of people have mentioned 6 to 8. Almost 32% of people have mentioned 4 to 6. 10% of people have mentioned 1 to 3. And only one person has rated 8 to 10. Chalo, let's see how this poll goes. Now, a very simple question, okay? And the question goes something like this. What are the, like, I want everybody, so I'm going to put again, this is not a poll, this is something which you're going to write. आपके लाइफ में आपको क्या लगता है कि बिकॉज ऑफ लैक ऑफ लिसनिंग क्या 3 डोमिनेंट चैलेंजेस आपने एक्सपीरियंस किए? ओके, सो एवरीवन इज गोइंग टू राइट एन आंसर एंड इट्स गोइंग टू बी वेरी 3 स्पेसिफिक, डोंट एलॉबरेट प्लीज, कुछ बड़ा मत लिखो। 1 2 3 डोमिनेंट चैलेंजेस इन योर लाइफ ड्यू टू लैक ऑफ लिसनिंग, जो आपने एक्सपीरियंस किया अपने लाइफ में। नाउ while you are thinking about it, I'm also going to throw some pointers. Think about yourself in relation with your mom, मतलब parents, in other relationship spaces with your friends, in your academic journey, in your work and internship journey, you know, in your relationship with your partner or opposite person. शांति से अपने आप को अलग अलग एरियाज में डालो। क्या 3 डोमिनेंट चैलेंजेस आपने एक्सपीरियंस किया आपकी लाइफ में बिकॉज ऑफ लैक ऑफ लिसनिंग? गो अहेड। Everyone, please. You guys are able to see the poll, right? मतलब वो जो क्वेश्चन दिख रहा है ना आप लोग को? हाँ ठीक है, चलो। This is a new interesting feature. Come on guys, let's be quick थोड़ा। आंसर सबके सामने होना चाहिए, like I think everybody should have this answer very, I mean, immediately. Okay. Hmm. Three dominant challenges. अलग अलग एरियाज में जाओ। Think about, something जो आपको याद आया कि काश मैंने सुना होता तो ये इशू नहीं होता। काश if I would have been a good listener, ये कभी चैलेंज ही नहीं आता मेरे लाइफ में। Think about all the areas you can think of. या काश if I would have been a good listener, maybe I could have resolved this much quicker. या इतने एक्सटेंड तक ही नहीं जाता ये इशू। There are so many people who like कभी कभी काश सुना होता तो ये तो बहुत बार इसने बोला था बट मैंने सुना नहीं, और वही चीज हो सकता है एग्जाम में आया। Aarti, I don't know whether I can share all the replies because this is the first time I'm using this poll and मुझे खुद को नहीं दिख रहा है लोगों के answers. So once I end the poll, I'll realize के am I able to see all the other answers or not. I'm going to wait for just last 1 minute and then we're going to move ahead. Okay, guys, last 10 seconds, please. Then I'm going to take it out. Only 25 people have answered out of 36 people. और 10 लोग जल्दी चलो. Okay, I do have details. Oh, ये मुझे सब लॉग इन करके वो सब करना पड़ेगा. आरती, I think I will have to do it later because this requires me to log in and do stuff. Let's see. Ah. Okay, Aarti, I do have answers and I have downloaded it and I am sharing it in the chat part. So you can have a look of what people have to say. Ooh, new learning today. Okay, where is it? File. So guys, I've sent the poll report. You guys can check if anyone's interested. Okay, what exactly people have to share about this. Now, in all the work and all the learning, what we did, we understood that one of the reason people are bad at listening or they suck at listening royally is because of 12 interesting blocks. Okay, there are 12 blocks which human experiences which stops them from listening. And today our whole focus is going to be on what are those 12 blocks. Okay, I'm going to share now the whole PDF and we're going to go. Chalo. Now, the 12 blocks are these: comparing, mind reading, rehearsing, and I'm going to explain, of course, every block. Comparing, mind reading, rehearsing, filtering, judging, daydreaming, identifying, advising, arguing, being right, derailing, and placating. Now let's get into, all the blocks one by one. The first one, comparing. How many times you have experienced that when you are talking to the opposite person or when there is something, some conversation happening in your head, आप continuous level पे compare कर रहे हो, यार, am I looking good? Am I coming out funny? Am I even talking right? I mean, I hope I'm not sounding dumb. कितनी बार, like when you are having talks and your discussion with other people, this one back conversation which is not letting you listen. The first one, comparing. Okay. The second one, mind reading. You're paying less attention to their words and too much attention to their tone, body language, and you might find yourself imagining what they are thinking about you rather than you listening. मतलब आप उनको देख रहे हो, आप ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हो, और उसने ऐसा रिएक्ट किया, उसने ये किया, इसका मतलब ये ऐसा है, उसका मतलब दे डोंट लाइक मी और व्हाट, और maybe वो मेरे बारे में ये सोच रहा है, वो मेरे बारे में वैसा सोच रहा है. You are more focused in your head thinking about what that other person is thinking about you. Okay, the second block. Third block, rehearsing. जब वो बंदा कुछ बोलने की कोशिश कर रहा है, ऑलरेडी आप अपना क्या रिस्पॉन्ड करना है वो रेडी कर रहे हो. आप सुन नहीं रहे हो, आपको रिस्पॉन्ड क्या करना है आप वो कर रहे हो. So you're missing out on the important information they are trying to communicate because you are crafting your response while they are still talking. मतलब उसने कुछ बातें की, कुछ बताया, और आप ऑलरेडी अपने दिमाग में एक रिस्पॉन्स रेडी कर रहे हो. हाँ तो चुप बैठ, जल्दी मुझे कुछ बोलना है अब मेरा. So you're not even listening. Okay, block number 3. Block number 4, you're consistently filtering. You're consistently paying attention to some things more than others. You may be filtering content that is critical towards you or is complimenting you for a particular topic. बात कर रहे हैं लोग, कम्युनिकेशन चालू है, बट जैसे आपको कोई टॉपिक अनकंफर्टेबल लगता है या आपको लग रहा है कि अरे मेरे पे आएगा या कुछ तो होगा, you're not even listening. So you in your head is continuously filtering as per your comfort and discomfort. So are we listening? Not really. Judging. You're too quick to pass judgments on people because you have preconceived notions about them. Very, very common in families, because when you're staying with somebody for such a long time on everyday basis, already आपके दिमाग में वो बंदे का image ready है. Already everything is there in yours. मतलब my child is this, khatam, and you think you know your child. No, you don't know your child. You think you know your child, but you don't. Why? Because what you know is only the image what you have in your head. That is not knowing. That is a preconceived notion which you're holding on to your child. Your child is evolving. वो 8th में अलग था, 9th में अलग था, 10th में अलग है, 12th में अलग है और डिग्री में अलग होगा. बट आप वो डिफरेंस ही नहीं देख पा रहे हो. क्यों? क्योंकि you're only looking at your child from one perspective, with the preconceived notion. So, are you listening? Actually, not really. A very common phenomena in families and somebody जिसके साथ हम long term रहते हैं. The next one, daydreaming. You're unable to make valuable connection because you're completely focused on other things and not the person in front of you. अब अपने ही जोन में हो, अपनी दुनिया में हो. Very simple and obvious. The next one, identifying. We often connect to the opposite person about shared experiences. I am talking about, अरे you know what, मैं जब इधर गया था ना, मैं ट्रैवल कर रहा था, तब जैसे ट्रैवल कर हम लोग एयरपोर्ट पे उतरे थे ना, तब ये तो इमीडिएटली, अरे तेरे को पता है मेरे साथ भी एयरपोर्ट पे ये हुआ था. अरे मैं भी जब एयरपोर्ट पे हम लोग भी इधर गए थे ना, मेरा कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ है. आई एम टॉकिंग. But what you are doing, there are a lot of people who have this habit of continuously identifying what the other person is talking and wanting to speak about their incident and event. So are you listening completely? Not really. Advising. Before a person can complete their sentence, you are ready with an advice. Hello, parents. You focus maybe on finding them a solution, but making them feel unheard. Again, are you listening? Why? because you know the solution. I've gone through it. I know it. You should listen to me. If life was ideal. Yes. Arguing. When you focus on defending your opinions and beliefs, it is difficult to make genuine connection. You send a message that you are not open to understanding their point of view. Simple. The next one, being right. This is a huge obstacle to connecting with people because you have already proven yourself right that you don't even listen to other people's opinions and feelings. Okay. The next one, derailing. Very interesting that this quickly involves changing the topic to avoid criticism. आपने देखा रहेगा, पता है, let's say मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, मैं like this is something which I experience, right? So if there is somebody who's not comfortable with let's say counseling as a topic or psychology as a topic, so immediately वो लोग बात करते कहते हाँ ये सब कुछ नहीं है, ये सब आजकल का नाटक है जनरेशन का, अरे वो छोड़, इसका देखा क्या? Immediately. So topic which you are not comfortable, a topic which you don't know about, a topic that which makes you feel inferior, or a topics which makes you uncomfortable, or topic which you feel you don't have knowledge. What you do is that either you joke about it or come up with distracting comment or just shift the topic altogether. So are you listening? Not really. How does that make other people feel? Think about it. The answer is simple. The last one, placating. People do this as an effort to be liked. Have you seen people जो सुन नहीं रहे, वो हाँ बोलेंगे खाली. तुम हाँ बोल रहे हो तो वो भी हाँ बोलेंगे, तुम ना बोल रहे हो तो वो भी ना बोलेंगे. कितने सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जो सुन नहीं रहे, just because they want to come out looking good, सीधा हाँ या ना करेंगे. They want to be with the crowd, but are they listening? Not really. So do they have the bandwidth to make good connections? Now, when you see this 12 blocks to listening, Shanti se dekho, wapas. I'm reading once again. And then what I want you guys to tell me is that eventually, which are your 3 dominant blocks? Okay. Now there will be some people bolenge sub block hai. There will be some people bolenge, 5-6 blocks dominant hai. There will be some bolenge wo conditional depend karta hai. With parents alag hai, with this alag hai. Fair. Right now, we only want to see overall in your routine life with all the people you come across and communicate, which are the 3 dominant blocks. Okay. I'm repeating once again, so it can be a revision for you. The first one, comparing. The second one, mind reading. The third one, rehearsing. The fourth one, filtering. The fifth one, judging. The sixth one, daydreaming. Seventh, identifying. Eighth, advising. Ninth, arguing. 10th, being right. 11th, derailing. And 12th, placating. Okay, guys. Now, let's start with the poll. And you have to choose 3 of your dominant blocks. I have mentioned all the blocks here. Everybody choose आपके कौन से 3 dominant block है. Come on. While you're thinking of all the people you communicate on daily basis, वो 4 लोगों को सामने रखो, जो वो 4 लोग हैं जिनके साथ आप सबसे मैक्सिमम बात करते हो, और उसको रेफरेंस रख के सोचो. You will get your answers more clear. Think about a family member. Think about your colleagues or your friends or your partner. Think about all the people जिनके साथ आप regular बातें करते हो. And then also think about when you are meeting new people, how are you? How exactly it works for you. This is going to be very interesting. The outcomes are going to be very interesting here. A lot of times we think we are listening, but as humans, we are pathetic when it comes to listening, which is the first and the most important tool in communication. So, parents, अगर आपको ये लगता है आपका बच्चा एक्सट्रोवर्टेड है मतलब वो कम्युनिकेट करता है, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दैट्स नॉट द ट्रुथ. और अगर आपका बच्चा इंट्रोवर्टेड है, आपको डर लग रहा है जस्ट बिकॉज वो बोल नहीं रहा है, वो चैलेंज नहीं है. द चैलेंज इज वेदर he or she knows communication, just not वो introverted है या extroverted है. And to all the people who get influenced just because there is some noisy person out there और उसको देख के लग रहा है ये बहुत ज्यादा बातें करते हैं, इसका बड़ा ग्रुप है, इसका ये है वो है, जिसकी वजह से आप अगर inferior फील करते हो, प्लीज रिमाइंड योरसेल्फ that's noise. So rather, let's learn what is right. There are 5 more people who are pending. Please complete. I'm going to wait for the next 20 seconds. Interesting answers. Okay, cool. So I'm going to end the poll and I'm going to share the results, guys. Please check. Interesting answers. So, daydreaming won by far. The second was mind reading. Third was rehearsing. Then we had advising and comparing. Interesting. Then we had being right, arguing. Sweet. Okay. Now, how many of you think that after listening to these blocks, after actually understanding that so these blocks, and now I want you guys to take 2 minutes, okay? और वो 4 लोग जिनके साथ आप रेगुलर बातें करते हो, जिनके साथ आप रेगुलर टच में हो, खाली आपका लिसनिंग ऑब्जर्व करो कि ये कौन से मेरे ये दो जो 3-4 ब्लॉक है वो होते हैं, और फिर उसके बाद मुझे वापस आपका रेटिंग चाहिए लिसनिंग को लेके. नाउ आई वांट यू टू रेट योरसेल्फ अगेन व्हेन इट कम्स टू लिसनिंग, एंड आई वांट यू टू रीरेट your own listening skill now after understanding these 12 blocks. Reflect the last 2-3 days. Think about morning से लेके रात तक आप जो भी बातें कर रहे हो, आप सुन कितना रहे हो अच्छे से, एक्टिवली कितना सुन रहे हो जेन्युइनली. I want you to re-rate yourself now. Again. It's important for you to be honest. This is not a competition. Neither this is some showing off. In fact, if you do that, you are the most stupid person ever, to be very honest. I'm sorry, I use direct words because I don't like to play around. Cool. Things have changed dramatically, is what I see in the results now. Interesting. This is the result. Now, the one exercise which we are going to do this week, okay? I want you guys to decide 4 people in your life, all of you. All of you. Decide 4 people in your life. Choose 2 people in family. It can be friend, I mean, it can be a mother, father, or if you have sibling, but choose 2 people from the family members. One, maybe a friend or somebody whom you talk or connect with regularly. And one, if you are in relationship with somebody, your partner, or in your workspace, either of it. Now, if you don't have some in some particular area, you can choose the next best person whom you talk to regularly. That's fine. So the reason I'm putting these diverse people, so you get your listening in different areas. And the activity is going to be very simple. You are going to observe and check which are the blocks which are pretty active when it comes to you as a person. Now, to all the people who are there, I am going to share this PDF to you guys so that ये blocks का आपको एक remembrance और एक वो मिले. Just a minute. Yes. So this I've shared the PDF, guys. Please download either se because I'm not going to share otherwise bahar se because I want to give it to only the people who are there in the session because baki ke logo ka sense nahi banta. So please download it and keep it before the session ends. Now, this PDF has other topics also. You can read it, of course, but hold on to it because we are going to cover up that topic in the coming week. So don't rush into it immediately. But ठीक है, आप है आपके पास तो आप पढ़ना चाहते हो तो definitely पढ़ लो, no problem. Now, as I mentioned, this week I want you to observe those 4 people in your life and just check कि आप actually कौन से blocks है जो बार बार activate हो रहा है. You're talking to your child. Think about it. Am I listening? Am I actually listening to my child? Or what is that block? Is it rehearsing? Is it advising? What block is getting pretty active here? Am I judging my child? If it's you, if the child is talking to the parent, think about which block pretty much gets active with you. Again, I can tell you one very interesting statement. In the noisy world which we are in, listeners will rule. Okay. If you're smart, take it in that way. If you're empathetic, use it in that way. If you are professionally required, use it in that way. But I can tell you one very important thing, that listeners will rule the world. You don't need to be showing your talent always by just talking. That was a different era people were talking about. Now हम वो era में है जहाँ already बहुत बातें हो रही है. क्या नया बचा है? सोचो, हम ऐसी दुनिया में नया क्या बचा है? क्या नहीं पता लोगों को? क्या क्या ऐसी चीज है जो जानने के लिए तुम्हारे पास लोग आएंगे? पहले इंसान को ये पता है ये बोलने वाला सीन क्यों पहले बना था? अब मैं आपको थोड़ा हिस्ट्री समझाता हूँ, which is very important for you to listen, and this is to everybody. History में, even if you wanted to have one book ना, you had to go to town, buy it, उधर मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा, बहुत सारा चीज. तो नॉलेज और इंफॉर्मेशन पाना बहुत डिफिकल्ट था. इसीलिए इट वॉज एन एरा ऑफ टॉकिंग, जहां अगर आपके पास कुछ पता है तो ये बोल बोल के ही पास होता था. हम वो एरा में है अभी जहां ऑलरेडी सब है हमारे पास. मेरी चॉइस है मुझे क्या सुनना है. So I don't need your advice anymore. I don't need you to tell me, give me that information which you think you know. What I need is connection. What I need is love. What I need is somebody to listen to me. So guys, I'm not going to get into the science of listening because we are going to learn that in the coming week. So ensure you don't miss that session, of course, because this is just the brief and the quick start about a very interesting topic which we're going to touch base upon. Please spend some time and only this week observe. कुछ मत करो, खाली observe करो. Am I even listening genuinely? Which are the blocks which are getting pretty active? Sarabjit, I would love you to put down these 3 questions for people which they can use as a reference. Throughout the day, pick up 4 people. Okay, so this is how it's going to go. Pick up 4 people in your life, any 4 people of your choice, जिनके साथ आप regular बातें कर रहे हो. Second, before you sleep, did I actively listen to them? Yes or no? Simple. The next part, which blocks got activated with different set of people? Okay. And the last question, what triggered those blocks? Now, this is reflective in nature. What triggered those blocks? Okay. और ये क्वेश्चन थोड़ा ट्रिकी हो सकता है आंसर फाइंड आउट करने के लिए. But it's very important. Why? Because if you will not be able to find that trigger, you will not be able to move beyond the block. Okay. It's 9:52. So I'm not going to touch the next topic for sure. So before we get done with today's meeting, I want to listen to audio feedback live right now, which generally I tell people to write it down and send it to me. But today I want you guys to tell me this new series which we are starting. What do you think about it? What do you feel about it? And specifically, today's topic. What are your thoughts on today's topic? So, people, please go ahead and the task has been there. So PDF please download कर लो chat window में से task भी दे दिया है वो भी please copy paste कर लो ताकि आपके लिए easy रहेगा. Now, please raise your hand and I would really love you guys, love to know your thoughts on this. Now I'm going to ask people if you're not going to raise. So let's start. Okay. Vidhi, please unmute yourself. Help me out. What was about today's topic, which, with the whole topic and your thoughts on everything what we discussed today? Vidhi? Hey, Vidhi. Okay, so I know Vidhi is not there.
Sorry, I'm so
Acha,
sorry.
hai.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm so sorry because I got a call and I was talking, that is why. Can you please repeat the question?
Okay, so my question was that I want to know your thoughts on everything what we covered today. What are your thoughts on this topic which we touch base upon overall?
Okay, so this topic listening has been something ever since I have studied psychology. I've known that this is something very important, but to master it, it has been very difficult. So, hence, this workshop has kind of helped me navigate that how to actually actively listen. Like we say that we actively listen, but we half of the time we are not, we are lying to ourselves. And through this also I got to know like what would be my mind blocks or blocks of listening, like you mentioned. And I would say my three blocks would be comparing, mind reading, and being right. That is something, being right has always been in my head when I'm talking to my friends and my family for the most amount of time, that I'm like, I know for sure I'm right. So yeah, like it has helped me like navigate, and it has like put a definition or like a category, cleared it for me where I
Okay.
stand in it.
Okay. Rucha?
Yeah, hi.
Rucha, we are not able to hear you. Rucha, your voice, we're not able to hear you. No, not able to hear you. I think you can just probably type it out in the chat window, please, if you don't mind. Yeah. Okay. Let's go with Jeel. Yes, Jeel.
Am I audible?
You are audible, Jeel.
Okay. So firstly, I would like to say that I've always taken pride in saying that I'm a good listener, but today I realize how terrible of a listener I am. And with that, also, I rated my listening skills as 1 to 3 after, when the second poll came in.
Okay.
Also, this is like a very interesting topic for me because I want to get into this field and I cannot wait. I'm actually looking forward to overcoming all these blocks. The three main blocks that I faced were rehearsing, comparing, and advising. And
Okay.
all of that stem actually from the dominant listening style that I have and that I've navigated through during
Interesting.
this session. So I'm really looking
Hmm.
forward and curious to know how do I overcome these blocks.
Okay. Interesting. Cool. Dhruv.
My experience with the whole thing, it definitely made me feel like I don't think I'm as good at listening as I thought I was. And to explore all these different styles, I never really thought about like maybe you can call it theory behind it per se. I never thought that you could write down the different styles and to read them all put together. That was actually very informative for me. So yeah, definitely something to think about. As of now तो surface level पे बोल दिया ये 3 top है, but थोड़ा सोच के देखूंगा तो पता नहीं क्या निकलेगा. So definitely gonna put some time into that.
Cool. Okay. Uh, hmm. Let's go with Navya. Help me out, buddy.
Hello, am I audible?
You are audible, buddy.
Yeah, so I was pretty shocked to know that out of these 12 vlogs, every time that I was listening to some of the other people, I had one or two vlogs present. So like it makes me rethink so deeply that even am I even a listener? Good so दूर की बात है ये. Do I even listen? Because all of these blocks are always present. Some of the other blocks is always present, be it my parents or be it with others or my friends or anyone else. But the main block that the major block that I recognized in myself was placating. Like half of the times when people talk to me, I'm just like yeah ठीक है ऐसा ही होता है. It's not actually what I think about the things, but I'm just agreeing to what they are saying. So I think that block is really a very prominent one when I'm listening to people.
Okay. Let's have some parents talking to them. Aarti? Not able to hear you, Aarti.
Now, is it okay?
Not able to hear you.
I'll just type it out.
Yeah, please type it out. Usha, I think any other parent, please raise your hand. It would be nice to hear from the parents' perspective also. Yes, Usha.
It was an eye opener. Seriously, never knew all these blogs. Apparently, it existed, I never identified it. And yeah, somebody said that even I'm a listener is now questioning. It's a questionable thing. Actually, I mean, amazing. It was really an eye opener. And now at least I can say that persistently, it will be a thing running back of the mind whether I'm listening or which block is getting dominant. At least it's a beautiful way to actually, mend your shortcomings or to actually become a good listener. Because I absolutely agree with you. Listener will rule. And in today's time, actually, there is dearth of people who are actually a good listener. People need to be heard. It's very important. Thank you, Dhaval.
Himanshi? It's Himanshi or Himanshi's mom. I don't know who's there on the call. Himanshi, are you there or mom is there? Or you both are there? Okay. Gopesh, you want to go ahead, buddy? You want to give it a shot?
Yeah, so when we were talking or when we started, I was really excited over this topic because I think it's very important. And what I really liked was most of the things were very relatable for me, especially the daydreaming part. So funny thing was that when I was listening to it, I was daydreaming 2, 3 times, and yeah, I realized about that about myself. And I wish I could had shown this to my mom and dad also, especially that advising part. What I really liked was you giving examples when you're uh, telling this
Blocks.
different blocks. Yeah.
Okay. Chalo, let's go. The last one. Lisa, let's go with you.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Lisa. Yes, Lisa, you are mildly audible.
Okay, so this listening was really impactful actually, because previously when you introduced this topic, right, first of all you introduced a topic about communication. So I thought ki baatcheet wala topic and all that. Then you stated out the main aspect is that the listening. So again I thought ki matlab sunna, the basic thing is to listen to people. And when you ask about what's my definition of listening, what I think is that listening is like, to mainly to respect the values, to respect the one who is listening to you, the one who is front of you, to respecting that. That's what I thought actually. But then later on, when I saw all the blogs, and when you pointed out each and every blog, I was like, ki, Arey baapre, yeah, this is me, this is me. Matlab, really, I'm mind reading. Actually, I read it for mind reading and rehearsing, and then daydreaming, derailment. But especially yeah, rehearsal, because even now when other was giving their feedback, I was rehearsing my feedback. कि मैं क्या बोलूंगी अभी.
Amazing,
And
amazing.
yeah, there was a guy like Gopesh. He said that relatable, and I was like, "अरे यार, relatable मुझे बोलना था, इसने बोल दिया." But then I analyzed like, oh yeah, shit, this is a blockage for sure. Yeah, this is a blockage, and I need to improve that for sure. But actually, it's really impactful. I've got to learn a lot of things.
One thing that I will tell you to all of you right now here, very consciously, don't immediately jump into कि अब मेरे को change होना है या मुझे बदलना है. Please don't. That's a jump. Okay. As much simple as it sounds, it's one of the most difficult things, because you're not battling with anybody else, but you're battling with your own thoughts, your own insecurities, and with your own mind here, in a way. So, which is the most difficult battle to, navigate with. So, this is not, don't make this as a battle anymore. These are realization, these are understandings. So, the moment you realize that you're not good listener or there are so many blocks, don't get restless about it. You are just getting conscious of something which was already there in you. Okay? Consciousness will slowly help you pass and flow those things from your system. But if you battle it, it will stay with you. I'm repeating myself. Don't battle once you start observing. Because then आप छोड़ दोगे, ऑब्जर्व करना ही छोड़ दोगे, क्योंकि आपको इनसिक्योर या रेस्टलेस फील होगा. इनफैक्ट आप नेक्स्ट सेशन में ज्वाइन ही नहीं करोगे. तो जब आप ये ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हो ना, बदलने की कोशिश मत करो प्लीज, बिकॉज दैट्स टू बिग अ जंप. इट्स लाइक स्टेप 1 से आप सीधा स्टेप 10 पे जंप कर रहे हो. प्लीज डोंट डू दैट. एंजॉय, be more light and funny about how royally you suck at listening. Enjoy that part. Really enjoy that part. Believe it, that's not bad. Your consciousness is enough. Your observation is enough. You don't need to work hard. Just observe. Laugh at yourself. Do whatever you want. Make it funny. But just observe. Okay? Okay. Chalo. Oh, it's 10:05. Chalo. One last one. Mansi.
Hello.
Yes,
So
Mansi.
actually, I really loved the way this was like structured to personally attack people who
Attack.
speak a lot. Okay. Because the point about people who make noise, I think I am those people because I can make a lot of noise and not communicate a single point. So I think, yeah, I think there are a lot of realizations that are happening. And my major block out of all of the 12 ones was identifying because I identify a lot when I'm talking to someone. Like I'm constantly looking for like, अच्छा इसमें मतलब मैंने मेरा भी तो कुछ तो सेम होगा ना कुछ तो सेम है इसमें. So like that is my thought process behind things, and again rehearsing, especially when like it's like a group discussion like this, I will constantly rehearse what's going on in my head. So yeah, it's pretty. I don't know. I won't say it's fun to recognize these things. I don't know what to feel, but okay, this is great. Yeah.
Make it fun. Make it fun. I'm telling you, because the moment you guys try to change it, it's a battle which you will start with your own self and your mind. And in the battle, you will always be restless and nobody wins here. So don't make it as a battle. Make it like a space of a new journey where you're knowing, you're realizing, you're observing. That's it. We'll go one step at a time, but observation is the key here. And if you feel restless, you can, just make fun of your own self. That's the most smartest thing to do right now. Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. I hope nobody misses the next session again when we conduct. Please observe. If you have anything to share in person about everything you observe, you can WhatsApp me. I'll try and respond honestly. Whatever observation, if there's somebody who wants to share their thoughts and views in person, you can do that to me. And I'm more than happy that so many of you were a part of this whole session. And coming week, we are going to touch base upon the next very interesting topic followed to these blogs. Okay. See you guys. Good night. Milte hain. Bye.